Hi everyone, and welcome to episode 61 of Crystal T Knits. This is a knitting and cozy mystery podcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you know when new content comes out on this channel, and also so other people can find this channel. So I have a little bit of cast-on-itis because Helen Stewart came out with her mystery knit along, which I'm obsessed with her. I just want to knit all her patterns. I tried a couple of years ago to do a whole year of just knitting her patterns, but then I had so many whips that I think that's like stopping me from knitting a lot of things and a lot of designs that I started knitting and stopped. So I am currently trying to finish all my whips, which I have made a little bit of a dent. Unfortunately, I cast on some more things because I wanted to knit some of her patterns. I own all her sock societies and shawl societies. I've knit only 3 of the sock societies, and I think there's 30 patterns so far because it's 5. No, is there 5 or 6 sock societies? I don't know. And there's 6 patterns to each one. So I'm going to say it's like 30 to 36 patterns. So I am really wanting to make a dent. At least I would love to just knit like just the first sock society. Then maybe, I think the last one I liked a lot. It seemed like a very easy knit. The ones I cast on, I think is from 3 and 4, unfortunately. I'm all over the place. But I started casting that on. And I also have some tips for the knit along because I found out that certain things for certain stitches are a little difficult. So I would like to help you out with them if I could. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is show you my FOs. So the first FO I'm going to show you is the boys sweater. It's by Lisa Cremery. So I have my show notes down here. It's in Brava Worsted Wine colorway. And I used a US 8mm for the main body. And then for the textured part, I used a US 10 6mm. So I knit this to pattern, but because I needed a bigger size than she had in the pattern, I think it was up to size 8. I wanted to do a size 10. I increased stitches. I made it longer. I basically wanted to knit this. So it's for my son, Justin. He's 8 years old. I wanted to knit it so it fits him till he's like 12, which my son Nicky is. So I was basically begging the two of them to keep trying us on to see the right length to do the sleeves and the body. They want to kill me. And I didn't think he was going to want to wear this so much. Look at it. It's already pilling. He has worn this like crazy amount. It is like the cutest pattern. I loved it so much. And he can't stop wearing it. He's getting me a little nervous. He's stretching it out a little bit. Because he likes how loose it is. And he's making it looser. So on the upside, it'll last longer. On the downside, I'm cringing every time he does it. And it is a little big. And this part, it kept popping up when he was wearing it. It was driving me crazy. So I tacked it down a little bit over here. I think I'm going to try tacking it down more. Because it's very weird. You can see that it's not tacked down in the back. So I think I'm going to tack it down like the whole entire back. And then it will definitely be folded in the front. I did blue buttons because of, we had a funeral in the family. And I thought I was going to have to make him wear this because I didn't really have any shirts for him. So we don't really go out too much anywhere nice. And then luckily Nicky had a few sweaters. So he fits in Nicky's clothing. Don't ask. I don't understand. I don't understand boys' clothing at all. It's driving me crazy, honestly, lately. Especially my oldest is growing out of everything, so Justin is inheriting it. So he had a sweater that he could fit in. So he didn't wear this. He was the next day, and he hasn't stopped wearing it. But I needed to just put buttons on really quick, and I had these blue buttons for, oh, God, what was it? Seasons cardigan, I think. I never even put them on there. I have a lot more buttons. It was like a whole case I bought. And I just put them on there. I wanted gray originally, but he says he likes the blue, so they are staying. I was originally going to take them off and put a different pair on, but he loves them. And he can't stop wearing this. The only thing I did do, as I said, made it longer on both the sleeves and everything. And instead of going up a size needle like you do in the texture over here, I did the actual same size 8 that I did for the arm, just to make it a little bit tighter. Which was a little bit hard with this yarn to knit, unfortunately. But it came out perfect. He loves it. I'm happy. And apparently I am going to knit more sweaters for him because he loved it so much. Originally I was going to stop after the sweater because I'm trying to fit that on, and the mitts I made last episode, he would not try on. He does not like trying things on. It was driving me crazy. So I'm like, why am I going to make you stuff? And then he likes it so much, I'm like, okay, I'm going to make you stuff. So I have one more sweater on the needles for him. and then we'll see where I am about casting on more stuff. Because I am down to now, I think I had like 5 or 6 sweaters. I am down to 3 sweaters for me because I cast one on. This is going to be done in no time. And then 1 for him. So hopefully soon that will be done. My next FO is the Chelsea Luxe Chunky Hat pattern and this is the Chelsea Luxe Mince Pie colorway. And I loved it. I saw it in Vlogmas that she did this year, and I was like, I have to have it. So I bought it, and it came out so nice. I made it a little bit bigger than her pattern. So basically, she said do a cuff for 2 inches. I think I did 3.5 inches. Then I folded it over. Hers is not folded over. I don't know. I'm obsessed with folding over cuffs for some reason, or ribbing. And then I knit until I almost ran out of yarn instead of doing the length she said. And then I did her decreases. So it's a little bit modified, but it's so pretty. I love it. It's so good for this weather right now. It's horrible right now outside. My next FO is the Love Story Socks by, I also did a US 9 for the actual hat and a US 10.5 for, 9 for the ribbing and 10.5 for the hat. That's what I did differently too, because I think she just did everything was a 9. I like the ribbing a little bit tighter. And when I originally knit it, it didn't fit me right. I think she has a much looser gauge than me, or I have a looser gauge. No, hers was tighter. Yeah, so mine was tighter with her gauge. Yes, she has a looser gauge than I have. So I went up to a US 10.5 needle for the actual main part of the hat. And the ribbing was the US 9. So back to this one. Sorry about that. Trying to remember what I did like a month ago. It's a little hard. So now this is the Love Story Socks by Crazy Sock Lady and Vincent Valentine of Moonglow Yarn Co. All my socks are US 1 2.25 millimeter. So I love this yarn so much. I think it's so pure. It just reminds me of Valentine's Day. Last year I knit the cowl. So now I have knit the socks. I got both of them done. And then what I did was I knit a hat from the leftover from the cowl. There is no hat pattern. So if you go in my show notes, I will tell you how to knit it into a hat. So basically buy the cowl. And then after you buy the cowl, you can knit the hat with what I wrote down. And I did 1-inch rib, 2x2 ribbing. I did 1 garter row. Then I did the cowl pattern. And then I did a decrease. And I'll tell you what the decrease is on there. But it came out so pretty. This is her DK from Moonglow Yarn Co. And it fits really good. I thought maybe I needed it a little bit bigger. I haven't blocked this even yet. So if it blocks, it'll be a little bit bigger. Maybe I should have went down more with the ribbing. I don't know. I think I did the ribbing was a US 4 3.5 millimeter and the hat was a US 7. Maybe I should have went down to a 3 or maybe even decreased a lot in the needle size. I mean, not needle size, did less stitches. It fits. It's just a little loose. Honestly, I have so much yarn left over. I probably could knit another hat if I really want to and give this to someone. My head is a little bit smaller than everyone else's. And then I have enough yarn to knit mitts as well, but I'm going to wait till next fall to knit them because by the time I'm done, it's going to be spring. I'm not going to wear them. So I seem to like knitting this around January, actually, because I'm getting into Valentine's Day and then I'll have the whole thing. But let's see how I feel next winter if I want the whole set right now, because I usually wear this January and February, the cowl and the hat together. Okay. So now I'm done going into my whips. And I'm going to talk about the Curious Handmade Make-Along. So this is my utterly adorable bag. I love her bags. And these are the colorways I used. So color A was Chelsea Luxe Yarns. I'm obsessed with her right now. And it is, let me look, my show notes are down here. So this one is Pink Posy. It's a very, very pale pink. Hindsight, I wish it was a little bit deeper because my color C kind of like blends into it. Color B, which is Mandy's Makings in Santa Swimsuit. I love this colorway. And then color C is Wool & Vine Yarns Solstice. So you see, like you could see the difference in the colors, and you can see them when they're together, but some lights, they look almost alike. So I'm a little bit upset about that. I'm going to show you the shawl now. So if you have not knit it and you don't want to see it, you still want the surprise, please look away. I'm up to clue 3. So this is the shawl. Sorry about the yarn. All right, clue 1 was from here to here. Clue 2 is from here to here. No, to here. And then this one was clue 3. I would have had clue 3 done if it wasn't for when I first started this last lace section, I was missing 1 stitch. I went back. I counted. I did not miss a yarn over. I did not miss a single stitch. I'm like, where is the stitch? I'm like, maybe I just didn't at the edges, you know, because you have to increase 3 stitches. Maybe I didn't increase it somewhere. So I just added a stitch at the end. I kept knitting. I got to finish the lace section, and then I looked at it, and it was lining up. I noticed it lines up into where this bubble is. So when you're doing this, know that the 3rd section will line up the middle of the, how do I describe this without giving away the pattern? All right, the part that doesn't have the yarn overs that you're knitting 3 together and knitting 3 together through the back loop, the stitch in between will line up into that part from clue 2. So that's how you know you're lining it up. All of a sudden, in the middle of the shawl, it wasn't lining up. I don't know how I did this, but I knit 5 together. When you knit 4 together, it's insane. It's so hard to do, and I'm going to show you another tip to that one. So what I was doing when I was knitting 4 together and 4 together through the back loop, I basically put my needle in, and I would loosen up the stitches a little bit for when you knit through the back loop. Through the front loop, regular knitting 4 together, I would go in 3 stitches on your left needle, go to that 3rd stitch, and pull on it so it was a little bit looser, and then you could put through all 4 stitches very easily. For some reason, that 2nd stitch, or the 3rd stitch from the edge of the knitting, I don't know why, it's super tight, and I dropped a stitch a couple of times. So I figured out this technique, and I didn't drop a stitch ever again. And luckily, when I first figured out, it was in the beginning, like in clue 1, because we had to do that stitch in the beginning as well. So again, count 3 in on your left-hand needle, put the needle and just tug it a little bit, and then it's very simple to insert through all 4 stitches. Because you think you inserted through all 4? You did not. It will drop the 2nd stitch every time. I don't know why it's the 2nd stitch. And then doing 3 and 4 through the back loop is a little tough. So that's why I said just try to tug it in a little bit each stitch, and then it will work. And I think that was it for the hints for that. I said that's the only section I had a problem with was, again, I somehow did 5 together. I don't understand how. It was tight. When you're knitting 4 together, it's really super tight. I did 5. It's very odd. But that worked out well. And I am almost done with clue 3. And I peeped at clue 4. It's very simple. So I'm excited about finishing this. Next episode, this will be finished. My only thing is, I don't know where I'm going to block this. I think this is going to be a very long shawl. My shawls I design are usually like 420 stitches. No, 400 stitches. Well, I think the longest one was 420. This one's 400. Was way more than 420. I think I'm on 420 now, and I didn't do clue 4 yet. Again, it's just the border, but still you're doing that 6 stitch increase on either side. So I'm going to say it's going to be almost 500. No, 450 stitches maybe. It's going to be a long one. It's not very deep, but it's very long. So it's kind of like a scarf shawl. My other pattern, well, I got 2 things I cast on from her. So this is a bag I made a while ago. Now, we've got a story going on with this one. I originally cast on I'm going to say this is the Scrumbly Gum Socks from Shawl Society 4 or 5. And the pattern, look, that fell. The pattern is kind of the same as this one. There is some stitches the same in here. But I felt like I couldn't see with this yarn. This is from Sweet Tea Yarns in the Isabella colorway from Encanto. I love that movie, so I bought so much of the yarn when she came out with that collection. And now I'm finally knitting on it. So the Isabella one. And it's a little busy for this pattern. Like, it looks better in the camera than when you're trying to knit it. And it had cables on the side. And I don't know if I just wasn't focusing or I just thought she kept repeating. She did not keep repeating. It kept changing. So the first time I did it, I think I pulled out like 3 or 4 times. And I finally was like, I give up with this pattern right now. My head's not working. I think I need a solid color yarn to knit this. Let me go to something else. And I knew I wanted something lacy with this. So then I cast on what I thought was the Magnolia Socks, which was Shawl Society 1. It was not. It's the Marginalia, Marginalia. I cast this one on, I think it's Sock Society 3 or 4. And I knit the whole thing. And then I realized that back to the other story. Sorry. I'm getting very confused. This was a lot going on for one set of socks. So like I would knit it and then the cable, I thought they were all going the same way on either side. And then all of a sudden I started going the other way. I kept doing that and I'm like, why am I doing that? And I ripped back and I did a second time. I'm like, why am I doing this? And then the third time I realized cable went one way, cable went to the other way. So imagine like when I would actually notice it, I'd be like, that was the only thing that was different in each row was that cable. I was like, so that got thrown out. This got thrown in. I'm almost done with the sock and I'm so mad. It's tight on me. Basically at one point in here, you decrease a stitch on one round. Not a stitch, but like for the pattern repeat on one round. Then you increase the next round back to the stitch count. So I think because I'm knitting this on my needle size, which is weird because everyone else is knitting on their needle size, it's tight. It might be the yarn. I don't know if it's very thin yarn or not. I'm going back and forth with that. I don't know. So I'm going to try going up one needle size and see if it is. I'm hoping it is because this is just sad. I've knit probably the equivalent of 3 socks at this point, and I have not had a finished sock yet. So I would love to finish this. I was getting frustrated. I don't know if I wanted to cast it on right away. That's why I cast on another pair of socks, a different one that was simple. But I think I'm going to just bite the bullet because I know the pattern in my head. So it's simple to do and just go back down. And I'm hoping that when I go up one needle size, it will fit me. Because if I go up to 64 stitches, I think it's going to be way too big on me. So, or maybe go up 2 needle. No, I think 2 needle size would be crazy too. I think 1 needle size would do it, I hope. Or maybe I just have to change the yarn. This yarn might not be for the sock. I don't know. It might not be stretchy enough. What sucks is I did a great partridge heel. Look how beautiful that is. Usually this pattern, when I do it, does not come out that great. It came out perfect. I am so mad I have to take this out. So mad. It's so pretty. I'm going to do that. I might even get rid of, I don't like this cuff being so long. She does a cuff of 16 rounds. I actually do 12 rounds, so it's bothering me a little bit. Maybe I'll take out a few rounds. But then I'm like, do I really want to touch that? I don't know. So it just stinks. I did all this. I'm already past the decreasing on it. I was like, what am I on? I'm like almost 30 rounds into the foot. And I usually do 70 rounds. So that's pretty much close. I'm so mad about this. But I want to sock out this yarn. I don't know what's going on. We will see. Hopefully up 1 needle size will help out. Then the next sock I cast on from her, because I said I wanted something easy. It is, what's the name of this one? Altitude Socks. And I am, this is my friend Katie did bags. She made me this when she first started knitting, sewing bags. It's like origami bag. I love this thing so much. I love these little birds, and I don't like yellow that much, but this yellow I'm obsessed with. It's such a nice bright sunny yellow, but it's not like overly bam, it's yellow. It's like a creamy yellow. I love it. And then this is Artistic Lily, the ABC Murders from Agatha Christie. She had an Agatha Christie yarn collection I got. And I knew the moment I saw this pattern, I wanted the sock knit out of this yarn. It is so fun. Look at all the confetti on it. Oh, God, I love it. And I did, again, not reading the pattern because she does, like, it's very repetitive. So you fall into the motion. All of a sudden, she'll switch something up. And I didn't realize that. So I didn't know there was a garter ridge row. So I had to rip back. But I'm back on track. And now I make sure I check if there's going to be a garter ridge row or not. But I'm just done with the first color work. And then I think I knit for a little bit with this. And there's another color work. And then I knit a little bit more of the pattern. And then the rest is stockinette. Cannot wait for that part. So I want to get that done and get the heel in. So it's so pretty. Love it. And of course my yarn's on the floor. But I'll get that later. The other thing I cast on was something I've been dying to work on. And basically I got yarn cabinets, and all the yarn fits into these baskets or the cabinets except for this one sweater quantity. So I was like, I'm going to knit with it so it's not just hanging around the house. So I am using Big Twist Heather in the, what colorway is this one? I want to say it's, the rose colorway. It's so pretty. You can get this yarn at Hershires.com. They are selling Big Twist. So is Michael's, but they don't have the Heather in Michael's. They have it in Hershire. So I highly recommend it. It's the whole collection's gorgeous. I love this yarn. I actually, when Joann's was going out of business, I bought almost every color. I think I missed the green, and that's the color that I didn't bring back, which stinks, but oh well. So it's in my Jolico bag. And I am pretty far in this. I'm telling you, when I got to knit a worsted weight sweater on size 10 needles, gone. So this is the Love Note by, I did not write who it is by. That's bad. Let me look that up. Sorry about that. Okay. I just really want to get that in there. Come on. Where are you? Because that's important, having the designer name. I did all Curious Handmade pretty much, so I was like, I know all of them. All right, I have been wanting to knit a Love Note for a long time. All right, oh, it's Tin Can Knits. That's probably why I thought I would remember that. No, I didn't. So it's Tin Can Knits. I've been wanting to knit this for a long time. I actually want to save up money to get, because I'm a little bit hesitant with mohair. So basically the pattern, she says, it's DK weight, so it's mohair and fingerling weight put together. I really want to knit that. My friend Kristen knit it. It's gorgeous, but I'm a little scared I'm going to get overheated in it. Like, oh, this is a store-bought sweater, by the way. So I'm afraid I'm going to get overheated in it, and I'm like, I don't know, but I really would like it in like a nice dark purple, more lavendy dark purple, I think. And I would love to get mohair and fingerling weight. I don't know. Or maybe Surrey and Surrey alpaca and fingerling weight yarn. I'm probably going to end up getting it from Kristen, who's Roll and Vine Yarns, because I think she has a really nice purple. I would like that. Or maybe Sweet Sparrow Knits was dying again. I don't know if she's dying custom orders or not. I know she just does the advent calendars, but maybe she'll go back into it. I don't know. But I definitely want to do that. But I said, why not knit one? Because I've been waiting so long to knit it in acrylic yarn that I wear every day. So this is what it looks like. It's so pretty. And you still have to pick up, actually they say to put it on to, what do you call it? Scrap yarn. And I don't like doing that. So basically when I cast on, I hold this with my needle and I leave it in there. It's like, I use these cables. You can get them on Twice Your Cheap. My affiliate link is down below. This one actually I made. And you can, when I cast on, I held them together and I would cast on around both the needle and this cord. And it's so simple to slip the needle through here and then all the stitches go onto the needle. And then I have a little cord stopper which you can get at Twice Your Cheap as well. And you basically have to slide all the stitches onto the needle and then you knit up for the ribbing over here. which is a little different for the collar. Originally, I was going to let me cast on the collar, and I was like, no, I'm going to do what they say in the pattern. The only thing I'm not going to do in the pattern, because it's acrylic yarn, is she does the, what do you call it? The row shaping usually you do on the top to get a little bit back a little bit higher. She does it on the bottom. I don't think I need to do that with this type of yarn, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to knit till this is 13 inches long, and then I'm going to do 2-inch ribbing. And then I'm going to do the sleeves. I'm basically just going to do what I usually do. Knit all the way down to the cuff, then do a rapid decrease, and then do the cuff. So I'm pretty much close. I think I'm at 11 inches. And then this is going to be done in no time. I know it. I'm going to have a finished sweater for you next time. And then I got rid of this yarn. I might actually have 1 skein left over. I had 4 skeins. I usually, when I used, for the Felix cardigan, I used 3 skeins. Yeah. No, or the pullover. The pullover, I know I definitely used 3 skeins. The 2 times I knit with the acrylic yarn. Cardigan, was there 4 skeins I used for that? I don't know. I had 4 skeins. I wasn't sure when they were going out of business if we would ever get this yarn again, so I bought 4 just in case, because I didn't know what sweaters. I really wanted a pink sweater from this. It's so pretty. So I don't know when maybe I'll make a hat with it or something. I don't know. But it's going to be so pretty. I can't wait. All right, my next thing is just some vanilla socks. Not sure what this bag is from. I keep saying that. And then sometimes I remember, sometimes I don't. It was a long time ago I bought it. I love this bag. She did not put her name in here. All right, so this is from Yarnable, Sorceress Secret. I stopped my Yarnable subscription, but when I had it, I was basically doing the half skein, which was usually a solid color, and then the multicolor skein. So this is one from October 2023, Sorcerer's Secret. And then this one is from Into the World Pink Elephant. It's kind of like a micro striping. And because it was a micro striping, I originally put in my slip stitch heel, and I did not like it because then it was pooling a lot, and it was so pretty without the pooling. So I did a German short row heel. And when I do that, my trick is I go down a size. So I used a US 0 to knit this, which I think is a 3 millimeter. Yeah, I think that's what it is. So when I knit the heel, I use a size 0. And it came out so pretty. And then I did a lacy cuff that I love. So my pattern is the lacy cuff. And I have this little gnome. I'm going to say from Simply Serving, maybe? I wish to God she was still making charms. She was so talented. Ugh. Stupid COVID ruined everything on everyone. So aggravating. And, oh, my needles are actually Knitter's Pride, the Mindful collection, which I don't know if they're making them anymore, but I love them. So that's that sock set. Now, the last thing I am crocheting on, actually, yes, I have some crochet, people. What is going on? Is my textured granny square blanket from Mary Maximum. I have been working on this, I'm going to say 2018. I have given up my OCD tendencies with this thing. I am just going with it. Because originally, like the yarn, it's Mary Maxim Prism in the, what is it called? What's the name of it? Rain Shower colorway. It's beautiful. Look at these colors. How gorgeous are these colors? Absolutely gorgeous. And I am using a USG 4 millimeter hook. Basically, sometimes you get a knot in it. That's factory knot. And the colors don't line up. It just jumps a whole color. I don't know why companies do it. It drives me crazy because I'm trying to go in order. Luckily, this is a very busy pattern. You can't notice it. I have given up trying to cut and fix it. Also, it's very easy to not put in a double crochet somewhere in a fan. I have given it up because you know what? When you make the cluster, you don't notice if it's 4 or 3 double crochets you went around. You can't tell. So why am I ripping back to recrochet a whole row? Because it takes an hour to do one round. So why am I doing this? I gave up. I'm not doing it anymore. I don't care. I am just going with this. I have this much yarn left over. Again, OCD tendencies. Originally, it was like a baby blanket pattern, and the dye lots did not match up. Of course. I don't know why this keeps happening to me. I don't know if it's my luck or it happens to everyone, but some of the dye lots did not, like it, the blue, like here, this is one. Originally, I wasn't going to use this yarn. I ordered more yarn, and then I was like, I give up. I'm just doing it. So I ended up using it, and you can see it's darker than that. I don't care. I'm just going to use this whole bloody thing up, and I'm just crocheting. I'm just going to keep crocheting. Every weekend, I'm taking this out, and I'm crocheting my little heart out, and eventually I'm going to have a ginormous blanket. And what I like about this one is this one seems more sturdy than the other blanket I made. I think I finished it last year or 2 years ago, that it felt like I was going to rip apart really. So this is very sturdy. Like, look at that. So I feel like I can use this a lot more. The other one's more decorative. And I also am finding, which is very interesting, same yarn. The yarn I used for the other blanket, it would be thick 1 minute. It would be really thin. And it would be like dental floss thin. And then it would be like super chunky thin. I mean, thick. And I'm like, what's going on? I don't understand this. That drove me a little cuckoo with that blanket. I'm not finding it as much in this colorway. Don't ask me what the difference is. Maybe it's just the kit I bought. It just happened to be made poorly. I don't know. This one's much better. Both, and I said it's 2 different kits. I ended up buying it twice, so I got the pattern again. I don't know what I did with the pattern. And I think I ended up buying in digital too. I don't know. I bought this pattern a couple times. It's a fun pattern. It's just go with it. Don't go nuts. That's my advice to it, because it will drive you nuts. And I gave up, and I'm going to have a finished blanket because I've given up trying to go crazy. And let me see where I can show you how much I've done. I started it a couple weeks ago. No, last week I started again. So I did this much last weekend, or was it the weekend before? Last weekend I didn't do anything. It was the weekend before I was all gung-ho on it. But this weekend I didn't. And it's basically just 2 rows you're repeating. So I have it pretty much memorized. So this is an easy thing. I'm obsessed with knitting though. I like knitting better than crochet. But I want to get this finished. I have right now 1, 2. All right. I have 3 crocheted blankets and 1 crochet bag I'm doing. One is driving me cuckoo because it's a striped blanket and you switch. I have to switch crochet hooks every time I do a different stripe because I don't know, my crochet is all over the place. Knitting, I am spot on. It's always the same. Not crochet. Every stitch, it ends up needing a different hook. It's driving me cuckoo. So that's been sitting there, but it's a ginormous bag. It's aggravating me. It's from Annie's collection. It's a beautiful, beautiful pattern, beautiful yarn. It's me with that because it's crochet, and that changing the hook and having to rip back the whole section. Something happened. I don't know what. It just went off and on. So it's driving me a little cuckoo having to stop and change the hook all the time. It's not the pattern. It's me. It's totally me. Beautiful yarn. I love it. And then I did something naughty this week. I saw they finally came out with a different colorway in the knitted version of the stripe blanket in Annie's collection. I purchased it. So every month I'm going to get 3 skeins of yarn and 3 stripes that I can knit. So there's a chance I will have a finished blanket by the end of the year with this. And it's pink colors, which, yay. The other one I'm doing is like blues, blues, tan, and white. This one's pink, tan, and white. So it's beautiful colors. But it's just, they also had the knitted one. They only had it in the blues for some reason. They had it in a different color and they discontinued it. So now they just came out the pink one. I was like, yes, finally. So I'm very happy. That one I think I'm going to keep on, like, on track with that. The other one I don't think I'm going to. I would like to finish it. I think I'm like 14 rows from the edge of it, I think it was. I just got to suck it up and just sit there and be like, okay. And I think at one point I was like, oh, do 1 section a day, 1 section a day. And then I had to change hooks and take a whole section off and I was screaming. It was just so frustrating at that point. So that's why I stopped. But I want to finish that one this year too. And then there's another one I lost the pattern with, and I think it was Mary Maximum. I contacted them. They sent me the pattern again. They gave me a digital copy, which is great. So it's on my tablet. I'm so happy about that. And then I can follow along. I think my problem with that one was the directions were not too clear when you did the edges where you start it. So I think I finished this one section. I was like, perfect. And now you go to the next pattern. And I was like, I have no idea where to start this. So my friends crochet a lot. I can bring it to them and ask them, where do I start? Am I doing this correctly? And finish that blanket. And then, is that it? Oh, the Gilmore Girls blanket. That one is not going to be done ever, probably, because I just don't feel like buying yarn. So I'm not, like, I think when I feel like doing a square, that's when I buy the yarn for that square. And then I have the colors, because it's like different colors, different motifs. I made like 4 squares. They're beautiful. Maybe I'll just make a placemat instead of a blanket. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. But eventually I would like to finish that. But that's all I've been crocheting on, really. But this one's going to be done. Very excited. Very happy. All right, now I will show you my acquisitions. I was a little naughty. I'm a little confused on what I got over here. All right. I think I'm good. All right. So, again, I told you I'm obsessed with Chelsea Luxe yarn now. So this is a bag I made. I just threw them in here right now. So I have them. I'm going to put them away so they're safe. They're together. This is her Valentine's Day box. So it was like 10 pink minis. So pretty. Oh my God. I think I'm going to design something with this. It's just gorgeous. Maybe get another main skein in just white or something, just to offset it. But how beautiful is this? I'm having such a hard time. There. Is that all of them? I think it's 10 minis. Yeah, look at that. Oh, so pretty. I'm in love. Oh my God. I'm so happy. It's pinks and mauves and purples. It makes me happy. I can't wait to do something with this. So I got excited about that. And then it came with, this is something interesting. My husband's obsessed with trying Dubai chocolate. And so it's usually, what do you call it? Pistachio. This one is strawberry Dubai. So I've been dying to try this, but I wanted to show you guys this first. And it came with this cute little card. She makes these cute little tags. She's very into scrapbooking. So it's all this crazy stuff, which I love watching her do. I don't think I could do it, but I just love watching her. It's fascinating to me. I think when she dyes, she puts like this cloth down and then she makes ribbon from it. Because I always seem to get that. Then you got teas, which, you know me, love my tea. So this is tea with Thai. It's oolong. I love oolong. I used to love Tivonics. They used to sell oolong. It was so good. And then this one is an herbal tea. Hibiscus row hips and corn paddles. What was in this one? I saw oolong. I got excited. Dried fruit, fennel, hibiscus. I don't know what, something had flavoring. I need glasses. But this one, I can't wait to try. Oh, it's loose tea too. Yes, loose tea. I love loose tea. And then it came with this thing. Oh, it's a gummy mix. Okay, Swedish gummies. She's always obsessed with Swedish gummies. So I gotta try this. For a minute, I thought it was a mask or something. I don't know. And then this came in. This is my last thing I bought. No, I bought one more thing. So I've been excited. I canceled my Yarnable subscription. And I'm getting her, I don't remember what it was, Book Lovers? Something. Enchanted Book Club. Or Enchanted Book Lovers Club. And, oh, Enchanted Pages. It's written on there. So Enchanted Pages. And this colorway is called Enemies to Lover. Oh my God. How good is that? Oh, I don't know if I want to do a shawl or a sock in that. I always, in my head, I always say socks are for get filthy. So when I really like a yarn, I don't want to use it for socks. I want to use it for shawls. Ah, get back here. Okay. It came with some gummies. I had another set we already ate. Another one of these little things. And then this is really cool. It came with a reading journal. So, and it's pink. Hey. And you got like these cute pages in there. So you can write your book title, author, your rating for it. Then you have your book tracker, what you buy. And then this is like reviews and thoughts on each book. I really want to do this. Maybe I'll start next year. My handwriting is atrocious, so I don't like journaling. She's very into journaling. In fact, I thought the Valentine's Day, someone posted a picture, and I thought she had a journal that she made. She was making journals at one point. I was like, oh my God, we got the journal. I'm so excited. I hope I get a pink one. And then we didn't get the journal. I was like, oh. I was really into it. And lately I have been going into, like, Twice Sheared Sheep, they have this knitting journal they sent to me. I love it. But I was like, I don't write well. And then this year I'm like, I'm using it. I track my whips in there. I'm doing everything but like what you're supposed to do with it. So I'm like, I do put a few shawl patterns. I want to create, like, I'm thinking about Xeroxing the page. I'm hoping that they come out with just a single page, no pocket, because it takes up a lot of room in the journal. And then their information, I write the information of each project, because 40 of those pockets, it's not going to fit in there for me, because I used to do 40 projects a year. So I would like to do every single project. And my friend Guru has another journal that she writes, like, yarn in, yarn out, what she used, what she finished, and I think that would be cool to put in there too. I have a journal already that I write in what I finish every year to keep track how many projects I do. But I would love to start doing that. I've been using a lot more on that other journal, and also I've been writing down what I want to work on each week to focus to get rid of these whips. Gotta stop casting on, apparently. Been a little naughty, but I'm still at 34 whips right now. So I'm not getting bad because I am finishing a lot of stuff. So hopefully, I really want to get down to 20 by the end of the year. That's my goal. But yeah, so I've been journaling with that too. But I just, look how cute. Oh my God. I love this. It's so cute. And it came a bookmarker too. So that, and then it came, so cute. I love this set so much. I think that's it. That's in the book. Yeah. So I think maybe next year I'm going to track my books with this. I didn't want to do it this year because I'm already got it at the end of February. So I already missed 2 months. So I would like to maybe start in the beginning of January and tracking. And I haven't been reading too much. I'm very upset about that. So I'm going to tell you about the 2 books that I have. Oh, wait, one more. I did buy this from Lemonade Shop Yarns. Right? It's called the Pastel Dream Mini Set. Cute little bow that came with it. And sorry about the crinkling. So basically she came out with Telly B Knits has this Advent cowl. I bought the pattern years ago from her. She had a sale. And I never knit. So she knit the Lemonade Shop knit it. It was so beautiful. I fell in love with the colors. So she was using scraps. So everyone loved this the cowls she made so much that she tried to recreate the colorways in that, and I got the cowl set. I'm so happy I got it, and I'm going to knit the cowl hopefully later in the year. Probably not as an Advent pattern. Maybe I'll save for that. I don't know, but I got the yarn for it. It's so pretty and pastel-y. I'm very excited about knitting that. All right, now with the, what do you call it, the books. I only read 2 books. Oh, 1 book, really, because I'm still reading one, but I love it. So this is Murder at the Mayfair Hotel by C.J. Archer. I ended up loving this. It is a Cleopatra Fox mystery. It was really good. I had to read it for the February Cozy Mystery Club book club. If you don't know about it, go join it. It is fabulous. Basically, we read a book every month. And it's usually a first in the series. And then at the end, like the last Tuesday of every month, you go and you do a live stream on YouTube, and Angela talks to a guest host. I've been a guest host a couple of times, and then we talk about the book. And then you can write comments in, and then she reads the comments and everything. So you're talking with them as well. It's a lot of fun. Highly recommend it. I love it. She's got me so obsessed with cozy mysteries right now because of that. And I'm an ARC reader because of her. So thank you, Angela. So this was a really good book. Basically, she her grandmother dies, and her parents passed away when she was younger, and they were estranged from her father's side of the family. So when No, the mother's side of the family. It was the mother's side of the family. So when the father's parents died, she had no one. So now the father's side says, come live with us in a hotel. And of course, a murder happens. And she's very independent. She doesn't want to take handouts. And then the uncle was really nice. Like, everyone's like, oh, he's horrible. He's so mean and everything. He ended up being really nice. Like, he's like, when I married your aunt, I got your mother's inheritance plus her inheritance because your mother walked away from it. And I believe you're entitled to it, so I'm going to give you more of an allowance than we're giving. That she found out she was getting an allowance from him all these years. She didn't know that the allowance she was getting was from him. She thought it was from her parents. And he wanted to add more money. She's like, no, I don't want anything else from you. It's bad enough I'm living here. I don't want to take anything from you. And she wants to become independent. And she ends up falling upon this murder, and she's trying to solve it for the uncle, even though they're like, ladies should not be doing this. And she got this guy that works there in trouble and everything. It was very sad. So, but now I think the rest of the series, her and the guy team up and they start a detective agency. That's what it looks like to me. I don't know. So we will find out. I do want to read the next in the series. This book is actually free on Barnes & Nobles and Amazon right now. The second one you had to pay for, but the first one is free. And I enjoyed it a lot. And the next book, where is it? Don't tell me I didn't bring it in here. I'm going to be very upset if I didn't bring it in here. Did I not bring it? How did I not bring it? Oh, there it is. Found it. It is A Spirited Supper at Dundoon Castle. It is it's by Darci Hannah. She also writes the Lighthouse Mysteries, Bakery Mysteries. I read them. Actually, Cozy Mystery in May, I think the book is. Oh, the Beacon Bake Shop Mysteries. And it's got a lighthouse in it. That's where I got confused. And this is a food and spirits mystery. It's the second one in the series. This is actually a lot of fun. She's basically an Irish girl. Her twin brother died. And she ran away from home basically when he died. She couldn't stand being around everyone. She moves to America. She gets a job on a TV show. She becomes a famous chef. And the woman, this is in the first book, the woman basically screws her over. She wouldn't do what she said to do. She's like a Martha Stewart type person. And he's like, oh, you're not going to do what I tell you? Well, I'm going to pretend to give you a job that's going to be really good for you, and it's going to be exactly what you hate. She hates ghosts and everything because she has a mystical background from Ireland. Or is it Scotland? I think it's Scotland. Yes, from Scotland. So she kind of like hides anything scary or anything. Since her brother died, she's terrified of everything. So she hates Halloween and everything. So she gets a job. She's supposed to be cooking on a cooking show. And then she finds out the spirit part of the cooking show is actually spirits, not alcohol. So she has to cook. This is a little weird. She has to cook a meal for the spirit that they're ghost investigating. That was the weird plot. So the first book, she ends up reconnecting with her grandmother, and the grandmother's like, come to Scotland. So this is when they're at Scotland. They're investigating this beautiful castle over there, and they're having a bagpipe competition. And of course, one of the judges ends up dead. So now they have to figure out how he died and try to solve the mystery of the ghost bagpiper in the castle. It is a really good series. It's a lot of fun. I love the grandmother. I don't know. I love spirited grandmothers. And this one has it. And she has the biggest crush on one of the ghost hunters. And it's funny. I'm not sure if they're together. It's very odd the way it's written. I think they both like each other. I don't think they're actually together. And she just becomes a puddle every time he shows up. It's hysterical. I do get a couple of the characters mixed up a little bit. But it is really cool. And her brother's ghost kind of comes up as a white rabbit and saves her a lot. So that's why the white rabbit's on here. It's a really great series. Highly recommend it. And the first one in the series was called... Let me see. A Fatal Feast at Bramsford Manor. So, definitely recommend. This just came out last week. I'm almost done with it. I have not had a lot of reading time, unfortunately. I have so many books to catch up for Kensington. And this was definitely one of the series I was looking forward to most to read. And then I think the fairy ones, Darrellwood Gerber is the next one I want to read. But so good. Highly recommend it. And I'm hoping I get more reading. I think I can't read in the house. I noticed in the winter I don't read as much as I knit. I go like obsessed, especially right now because I cleaned up the whole den. I know where all my knitting is. I love it. I'm constantly saying, oh, I want to knit this. I want to finish this. So everything's there. I can see it's all organized. So I'm really focused on that right now. I'm hoping when the spring happens, I can sit outside. I'm going to read more because my reading mojo is really low right now. And it's also every time I pick up a book, it's like they have sonar on me. They're like, boom, I need this, I need that. Or they start screaming and I can't do it. I'm like, why are you screaming when I'm reading? I need to concentrate. Or we put the TV on when I'm reading. I'm like, ugh. And they don't like me going in my bedroom to read. Oh, don't you want to spend time with us? And I'm like, the reading has gone down low. So if I'm outside, everyone seems to leave me alone for the most part, and I can read. And also, I think I like the fresh air reading out there, and then you have a lot of scope for the imagination, as Anne would say, that you look out and you see all the trees and everything. So I think I don't know what just happened. It just deleted again. Very weird. Yeah, but so I like reading outside. I seem to get more done. And because this keeps deleting, I don't know what's going on. I'm just gonna go now so it doesn't delete again. And it's just really weird. So I hope you guys all have a good day and I will see you later. Bye.